bonus video, bonus video. Here, oh, here. You didn't sing. Okay.
Welcome.
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 Why so dirty?
So I'm gonna ask you this, Brian, because you're kind of our resident editor and like kind of our process aficionado. So this is from our friend Ham Solo.
Oh, I love Ham Solo.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, Ham
They
Solo.
are asking, when we watch other shows to react to, do you think that we will do the same thing and record all of our reactions first and then upload, or do you think we'll do it a little bit more simultaneous?
That's a two-edged sword. No. All I can say is I doubt that we would do what we did this time with Game of Thrones, where we made you watch all the episodes without telling anybody. And then we started uploading once you were caught up, and that was completely to keep spoilers away from her, so that we would get the best reactions from her that we possibly could in the later seasons when the major events happen. But I think going forward, like we're planning on reacting to Stranger Things 2, we'll upload as they happen. So I think we'll do that format from now on.
The idea of Lost stresses him out. We know you guys want it.
Victor63, we know you want
It's
it.
definitely in the running.
Lost is also exciting I love Lost, and I want her to see it, and I want to film her reactions to it. But my God, is it long. It's a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
But it's still on the table.
We'll figure it out. We're still figuring it out. We love everyone's suggestions, though, to what to react to.
But some people did ask this, so we can address that as well. Like, we will continue to react after Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like we've kind of talked about before, so don't worry. We'll probably get through all of Game of Thrones first before we start dropping anything else, but we want to get you guys involved. We want to get your opinions. So as it gets closer to the end of the episodes that we have of Game of Thrones, we'll start putting up some polls. You guys have given us a lot of great ideas that we're putting on a mood board and deciding between. So we definitely will. You know, you guys have asked lots of questions about who's going to be reacting and how you'd like to see it. So we'll probably have whole videos dedicated just to what we're going to do next. And so
Totally.
So, but we promise to get you guys involved when that comes up. But we've got to get Game of Thrones done first.
Yeah. We're only on season 3, kids. Come on.
So much left to happen with
Yes, so much left.
I do want to add this in really quick, just because I don't want them to despair. The channel is Hogwarts Reacts, and even though we will all be watching the new season of Stranger Things 2, it will still be Hogwarts centric. So we will all be in. We're shooting 2 cameras right now. We'll continue to use 2-camera format in the future. So if you're just here for Hogwarts, don't worry. Hogwarts is here.
She'll still be the main character.
But believe it or not, some of these very fine people react better than me, and we don't want to miss that when that happens.
And we'll have the wide angle for that.
Yes, exactly.
For the rare moments that anything is better than your reaction.
Oh, but it is sometimes. Trust me.
All right, so here's a question that also kind of ties to Harry Potter, and this is from ACO Turtle.
I recognize that name. You've commented before. Love you. Okay, continue.
And he wants to know, which Hogwarts houses do people in the Game of Thrones belong to? So I think that you should pick for Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Slytherin. Pick one Game of Thrones character that would go in each of those houses.
Okay, Ravenclaw, Tyrion. Gryffindor, Jon Snow. Slytherin, Cersei. Ugh, Joffrey's even too bad to be in a house, but Cersei would be in Slytherin. Hufflepuff would have to be Sam. No, Sam is Gryffindor.
Yeah,
because we already called him the Neville. Yes, we called him the Neville Longbottom. Hufflepuff. Shit, who would be the Hufflepuff of Game of Thrones?
I think it would be Tommen.
Yes, that's who we talked about. Yes, I knew we've talked about this before. Believe it or not, we talk about Game of Thrones all the time,
and how it corresponds to
it would have to be Tommen. Is there anyone else that I think would be other than Tommen? Because Tommen's so pure and good and kind. We talked about maybe Marjorie would be in Hufflepuff, but she's too cunning, we think. Not that people in Hufflepuff aren't smart. I'm a Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
They're smart, but they're not necessarily cunning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Marjorie's so cunning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the most true
Marjorie
Hufflepuff
would be
in Game of
Ravenclaw.
Thrones... Absolutely. The most true Hufflepuff in Game of Thrones would have to be Tommen. I can't think of another.
You know who else? What's Sam's, the girl he's with?
Gilly.
Gilly?
Oh, yeah.
Gilly would
Gilly
be a
would be a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
Yeah, you're so good at this. Yes, that's totally true. Gilly would absolutely be a Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
Yep. All right,
There you go.
This one's from the New Hope. And
Is this like a Star Wars reference too?
And they want to know how many different hair colors we've had during the time that we've been.
What's happened? First, I was blonde. Hannah told me that I was an 8, but I could be a 10 if I let her do my hair. First time she dyed my hair, she dyed it brown, a very pretty brown, like a coppery honey. I sobbed. Brian can attest to. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because we rinsed my hair that night and they dyed it brown. And Brian punched me in the face on accident. It makes me laugh so hard. Anyway, so I went brown, cried, hated it. Then I decided I want to put lavender in my hair. So that's why we were going blonde again, and that's why my hair was so starkly blonde and light in those first seasons, because Hannah was planning on putting lavender in my hair. Totally scratched that during Game of Thrones. As you saw, I wanted to look like Catelyn Stark. But we were really obsessed with my dark hair when we're watching season 2 again, so I'm sure I'll go back to super dark again. So I have my own personal hairstylist. If you're jealous, I completely understand. I literally realized how lucky I am to have this little gem in my life.
And I couldn't even count the amount of hair colors that I have. I get my hair done like every 3
Oh
weeks.
yeah, Hannah, yes.
So, and there's like 15 colors at a time. So, this one is from Sefer Darverpana. Sorry guys, sorry.
Okay. Hi.
And she says, "Look into my eyes, guys." So I'm just gonna look into look into their eyes. Be honest.
Intently.
Our eyes there or there?
Be honest.
How drunk were we last night, Friday night? Be honest.
Okay.
And then there's a caveat.
Okay.
P.S. If you were sober, tell me how you were not freaked out by Max.
Who should answer first? I'll answer first.
Well, I think it's different for every person.
Yeah, it's different for every person. I'll go first. I was really drunk. I'm a lightweight, so I'm always I feel like I have a level of drunk that lasts, but I was really drunk and probably would have been more
Living your best
creeped out. Living my best life, probably would have been more creeped out by Max had
You
I
don't
been
get
more
creeped out that early.
That's true. I don't
That
really
easy.
get creeped out. You're right. I really love everyone. If anyone's gonna hug me and be my friend, I'm really welcome that. But I was drunk.
I wasn't drunk. I'm much more of a heavyweight. It takes a lot for me to get drunk.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, I was only a few drinks in, so I was good. I was living my best life still.
Still living
We were
your
having
best
a
life.
great time, but no. And honestly, Max was harmless. Like, he was crazy, but harmless. But the guy that was freaky was the other one.
Max was drunker
Yeah.
than all of us.
Yeah, no, the guy that was it was
His
the
name was
other
Brian.
Brian. Yeah.
Yeah.
He kept saying creepy things to us. So
Where are you getting home?
we live right there.
Yeah, we live very
You live,
Two
I
most
will
beautiful
walk
girls
you to your
all
We
Oh.
have our husbands
you are
to take
two-
care of us.
I will
Thank you.
walk you and your
I'm
husband
sorry,
to
you two
your
are both
door.
married,
We're
but you are
good.
the two most beautiful girls
You
I've seen all
darling.
night.
Thank
Exactly
you.
that. Exactly
I'm giving you
that.
props.
I will
So
walk
appreciate
I
it.
will
The two
Thank
most
you.
and
beautiful
your
girls seen
husband
all
to your
night.
door.
Thank
Get home
you.
safely, all right?
They're not
We
good
will.
enough for you.
And
They
I'll
are.
be-
They're definitely good
You know what? You know
enough.
what? Fuck that. Come on tomorrow night.
That was the creepier.
I have known Hannah for a very long time, and it was the first time in our relationship that you ever left somebody who was being creepy or inappropriate and came straight to me and said, "Yeah, we had to get away from those guys."
I could pretty much
don't-
hold my own normally.
Yeah.
Not that I couldn't hold my own, but it felt like it was getting very creepy.
Yeah.
And we were out on the street.
He
by
wanted
ourselves.
Brian wanted us, the other Brian, wanted us to leave our
Oh yeah, he didn't feel like
significant others.
he didn't feel like they were good enough. to
Yeah,
walk
they
us
weren't
home.
good enough for us, and we were like, oh wow, this is next level.
And it was late, and I was like, nope, husband. That's what the ring is for. The husband card, and he was not even buying the husband.
Oh no, he didn't care.
No, it was bad. That was. Yeah.
How about you, Jer?
I was pretty good. Yeah, I mean,
Toasty?
I wasn't I didn't, I had control over myself and stuff, but I was pretty good. I was just really happy.
We were having a
I
good
was
time.
not drunk.
This is how it usually is when the four of us hang out. Jeremy and I always get drunk way earlier than Brian and Hannah do.
But I'm loud and obnoxious, not drunk. So a lot of people have said I get quieter as I drink for a while.
Yeah.
So.
You know what's funny is like people were coming up to us like, God, you guys aren't driving home, are you? You know, and everything. And it's like, no, I'm not drunk. I'm just actually having a good time.
We're just
Right.
really obsessed with each other.
We're super goofy, honestly, and I get this from my mom, but like, just we can have a good time. Not that we don't like to drink, but
Right.
we are goofy and wild and obnoxious, totally sober.
Yes.
So
Sometimes you go to a party and you wait for somebody else to entertain you and take the party to the next level, and sometimes there's the person who walks in and they bring the level with them, and
Yep.
that's how we wanted to be that night, and that's
Literally
what it
how
was.
we were. Bring out the best in each other.
So stay tuned for more
So she was
drunk
drunk.
or not drunk. Yeah, the answer is yes.
I'm always drunk. Bye. I'm not drunk right now.
Let's see. K Apple 203 says, "What is the best concert we've ever been to?"
Oh my god. Who wants to go first? I need to think.
Ryan.
Roger Waters, The Wall, Scott Trade Center, St. Louis. I always loved Pink Floyd all my life. The Wall is my favorite album of all time. I've never got to see, obviously, Pink Floyd all together as a band, but Roger Waters took his tour out. It was an amazing concert. It was so immersive. It was the most inspiring, dramatic thing I've ever seen. I love concept albums.
That sounds
And
so good.
it's the best concert I've ever seen.
So there's this really cool local band called Even Thieves.
Oh!
And we saw the Turnpike Troubadours at a venue in St. Louis, and they were really good. I would say either them or my first concert, which was Kelly Clarkson, Clay Aiken, the Together Forever tour or something like that.
Adorable.
And Clay Aiken was literally the love of my life until I figured out that he was gay and what being gay was, and my heart was broken. So that was special.
Just learned something about my wife.
I loved Clay Aiken.
I loved him too.
I still do.
His Christmas album.
There's still some songs. The Fly on the Wall song. What happened?
Oh, Fly on the Wall.
If I was invisible, I would just watch you in your room.
If hearts were unbreakable.
I thought we weren't singing anymore.
Sorry, we're
Okay.
done. I see so many concerts. I love concerts. I'm a huge music buff, so this is really hard. I'm gonna pick my top 5. Is that okay?
No.
I'm gonna say it really fast.
3.
5. I saw the local natives at Forecastle in Kentucky with Jeremy.
Oh.
They were fucking great. Saw U2 at Bonnaroo. Cried. They were incredible. Bono, love you. Saw Pearl Jam at Bonnaroo. They were also incredible. Saw the best fireworks show of my life. Saw Manchester Orchestra, which was one of my favorite bands ever, in House of Blues Chicago, and it was so intimate and rad, and their lyrics are mind-blowing. And then I would say for my other one, a band close to my heart, Switchfoot. I've seen them probably 15 times, so can't say that those aren't some of my best concerts I've ever been to.
One time I got kicked out of a Switchfoot concert. With
One time Hannah came with Jeremy and I, and it was really special.
So that was cute. I don't know. I've also seen the Pentatonics, and they were really, really rad.
Good.
Really rad. But I didn't get kicked out of that concert.
Jeremy, I'm curious about your... Jeremy and I've seen a lot of... Jeremy was at a lot of those concerts with me, so I'm curious as to what your favorite was.
I don't know. This is hard. I mean, I don't know. U2 was...
Don't you like the Even Thieves too?
Well, I've never actually seen one of those shows.
Jeremy's in the Even Thieves.
I've never had a good view of that band. But I mean, U2 was amazing. I would
So
have to
good.
say...
God.
I would say seeing U2 play at Bonnaroo and then having Bono like joke about the Bonnaroo sign being named after him, and then after they played the Bonnaroo sign,
And they played all through Joshua Tree.
the Bonnaroo sign went out and it just said Bono, but like that was just funny. But like yeah, they played the whole Joshua Tree album and that was great. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's like my favorite though.
Oh my god, I forgot. Third Eye Blind. We saw Third Eye Blind
that
at
was
Northern
awesome,
Islands,
too.
and they played through their whole first album. That was fabulous too.
Aaron Thompson wants to know, would you rather have a dragon or a direwolf as a pet?
I would have to say a dragon. I love direwolves, obviously, but direwolves can't fly. And I would love to fly, dude. That would be rad. I definitely would have to say the dragon.
Okay. J.R. Miller wants to know what we do during the day. Like, what are our actual jobs? We're gonna have full intro videos for each of us and like kind of us as a group describing us a little bit more coming out soon, but we'll go over just like a little droplet of what each of us do. So
I work in film and television.
I work for a hair company, and I do video production and hair and lots of different things for the company. But I work creatively with a hair company.
I work for a creative staffing agency here in Chicago as an account coordinator, and then I also do acting on the side, and I'm a public outreach director for a storefront theater company here in Chicago.
I work for a software company that works with a lot of insurance companies. Super exciting. And then sometimes I make money in my band, but not really that much.
Someday, Jeremy. Someday.
Someday, Jeremy. He's gonna make it someday. It's gonna be your favorite concert.
Yes.
Joseph the Mighty asks, if you had to pick one character to catapult into a nearby tree, but they survive and you have to face the consequences, who would it be?
Joseph,
Who would you catapult into a
Joseph,
tree?
what do you imagine on your free time about catapulting into trees?
Okay, maybe just what character would you catapult into a tree?
Just for the hell of it, Jamie. Like, I don't hate
Jamie?
Yeah, like,
What about
I feel like at the end of... No, because Joffrey I'd, like, want to kill. I want Joffrey to, like, burn up and, like, die miserably.
And plus, if you catapult Joffrey into a
Yeah,
tree,
he's gonna
survive.
fucking come kill me. He's the king of kings. So I think, like, I kind of hate Jamie.
King of Kings?
Like,
King of-
it would probably at the end of season 2 it would be Jamie or Theon. I don't think I hate them like
Oh,
maliciously
Theon.
enough. Oh, Theon. I don't think I hate them enough to make them like die horribly like I would like Cersei or Joffrey, but I would definitely want to see them catapult into a tree and struggle out of it.
But you know you could catapult Theon into a tree and he like wouldn't follow through on any of his
No.
threats. So.
Yeah,
No.
that's true. That's a good one.
Like he's not a
That's
threat to
good.
me at all.
That's a good
That's
one.
valid.
Thank you for that question. I would like to know who you would catapult into a tree. Since you think about it often.
Okay, Chaitanya CK asks, do we have any other favorite HBO shows? Oh, and they also said good luck pronouncing my name, so at least you understood that I was going to butcher it. Thank you. We love John Oliver.
John Oliver says ye.
Very much.
If John Oliver subscribes to this station and gives just a comment, just like a yee, like a Y-E.
Yee! Just yee! That's with the hashtag John Oliver says yee.
I will cut my hair off and I will let you all shame me. Shame. Comes out
We
yelling.
love Silicon Valley. We like that show a
Love
lot.
Silicon Valley.
True Detective season 1.
It was bad.
These guys haven't seen these, but Deadwood and Carnival. Please, in the comments, if you're a Carnival fan, let me know. You guys don't understand. See,
I've
look
seen
at the
part of-
blank looks on their
I don't
faces.
know. Get it.
I've seen part of Deadwood. He's the guy in the Game of Thrones season.
Yes.
Saves the house.
Ian McShane.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So American Mom has a question, and her question is, how many tattoos do you have, and what are they?
oh,
Because she says that she has a few. So
Ooh.
I feel like we need to reiterate that question back to her.
Yes.
Yeah, but
we
go-
definitely need to Q&A with that. We need to answer one of those for American Mom. But American Mom, I only have 3 tattoos. Hopefully to get more, but I do theater, and so sometimes they're hard to cover up. But I have a little ichthus, which is a Jesus fish on my foot with the word thrive on the outside. If anyone wants to know what that means, you can ask below and I'll answer. And then I have a little tattoo right
Strip
here. But it says Siti Alleluia, which I saw that there were a lot of people from South Africa watching our videos, which is really rad. I got this because I went on a mission trip to South Africa for a couple of months, and it was really life-changing and meaningful. So I got this, and it's in Siswati. And then obviously I have my C, which you all saw in the last video. So just 3, want some more, but
Perfect.
we'll see.
Thanks, Mom. We're always glad to have you here, for sure. Okay, are you ready for an in-depth Game of Thrones question?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. This one is from Iris O'Dare.
Okay. Iris
And
O'Dare. That's a pretty
they
name.
asked, this is kind of to all of us, but especially for you.
Okay.
What do you think about the scenes between Cersei and Sansa during season 2, episode 9?
Okay.
Blackwater.
Oh, when they all thought they were going to die and she was getting Sansa to drink.
Yeah, the wine.
I loved those scenes. I really love those scenes. I mean, how could you not? I think it was really cool to see Cersei in that really vulnerable place, and like she was really losing it in that scene.
Yeah.
And I really liked that. And obviously you're already warming up to Sansa by that episode too, so that was really cool too, to see her, like, you could tell that she was really interacting, like learning a lot from Cersei already in that scene, and like really taking in like what she's like, and which obviously we see that in later seasons, but I really thought those scenes were super interesting. So great question.
Cool. How do you think Sansa has changed during these 2 seasons?
So much. She's grown up a lot. Obviously, she's gotten a little bit more mature, but she's also been through really intense heartbreak. So I think that really affects watching the people that she thought she really loved and the person that she really wanted to be, those people destroying her family and her father, really changed her throughout the couple of seasons, and I think are the reason that she has such a great character arc throughout the seasons.
It's from Reality851.
Okay,
And
thank you.
20 people thumbs this question up, so apparently people really want to know this.
Whoa!
Okay.
20 thumbs up!
So they would like to know how we met and how long we've known each other.
Oh.
Aww. Okay, so that's a hard one. We met like 2 years ago through our mutual friend Betsy, who you'll see in some of the videos. She's the one who like hit her head on the wall that one.
Concussion girl with the stinky dog.
Yeah, with the stinky farts tongues. But we met through her because Betsy and I are actors here in Chicago. We were in acting class together, but we didn't love each other right away. Well, we didn't connect.
I didn't dislike you.
Yeah, super intensely right away.
I'm not. Somebody told me this recently though.
There was competition because both their names were Hannah, and
yeah, it was
about
weird.
who was
Betsy
gonna-
brought in a new Hannah.
And that was not. I was told. I was told recently that I don't take to new people very well.
No.
Hannah is like the most loving person the second you meet her. Like, she's like, you could have met her for 30 seconds and you love her. She's already asked you your whole life story and actually wanted to know. And I'm like the girl standing in the corner.
Right.
I couldn't even tell you like when it was like, yes.
Okay, I can
Oh,
tell
yes.
you
Oh,
when it
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
Let me tell the story. I'm sorry, I know we're not answering this succinctly, but this is a great story. So, one time, Hannah and I were supposed to go see our friend Betsy, who we had met through in a play together, and we were going to go to get burgers together at Au Cheval, this very famous burger place here in Chicago, and it was
Very
like a
delicious.
5-hour wait. It was very close to their apartment
That's
at the
not
time.
unusual.
Not unusual at all. It was like a Friday night.
Yeah.
We went, put our name in, came home, drank a shit ton of vodka, ate chips and salsa.
No, we went to the
chips
Mexican
and guacamole,
restaurant.
chips
Yeah.
and guacamole. Really bonded over life and religion
We
and
did.
love.
We talked about our life stories.
and everything, and then we went to get burgers at 11 p.m.
Yep.
In our fucking pajamas, we
Yep.
looked like lesbians. They all thought we were in love with each other. We got a free root beer float
Because I
because the
think they thought
waitress
we
was
were, like,
obsessed.
mad in
They
love.
really thought we were mad in love.
But we had like fallen in love that night, so I guess
We
they were
had fallen in
right
love,
in a
and we
certain
really
way.
looked like absolute trash.
Yes.
So that's really how we first met, and it was really special. Free root beer floats. Check out Au Cheval if you live
And
in
it had
Chicago.
sparklers in it.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was like.
It was like it was her
It was
birthday.
like a. I thought that Hannah had bought it from. Like I remember looking at Hannah like, did you order this and not tell me?
You're like, congratulations on becoming friends.
Yeah. But it was just because the waitress loved us so much. So we had
I
to
do
give
think
that
you're right,
more of
you're
an
right.
answer because of the.
No, you're
20
right, and that
minutes.
was, you were totally right, that was the click moment.
And the four of us started getting close, and now we're neighbors. Wow.
There you go. There's the story of how Hannah Squared
Thank you for that question.
became Hannah Squared.
Fun story.
Yep.
To tell.
And rolling.
Pro Arcline asks, did you like season 2 more than season 1, or did you like them the same?
I like season 2 more. And that could be because of the way I watched it, but I think I like season 2 more, and it wasn't as heart-wrenching at the end of season 2 because I didn't lose Tyrion, but at the end of season 1 I lost Ned.
C2 Toker 818 says,
It's funny listening to her read the names, isn't it?
I mean, they're just like not phonetically.
It's
But
the
it's,
best.
sometimes it's hard to know whether it's somebody's real name. Like some of them like could be like foreign names. So it's
True.
Anyway, R plus L equals J. How much did you know by the end of season 2?
Do we want me to answer that one?
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at you like this.
So, as far as R plus L equals J goes, we had a very strict ban on letting Hannah know anything about theories from the books, even the tinfoil theories that were going around the internet. We didn't even entertain those thoughts. So, any equation like R plus L equals J, or any of the variations of that, the more tinfoil versions, those were never raised to her. She never heard that until after a certain event. So, to answer your question, you knew nothing. She knew nothing, Jon Snow.
You knew nothing,
She knew
Hannah
nothing.
Williams.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Victor 63.
Hey!
Hey.
Victor!
This is for all of us. And he wants to kind of know our history with Game of Thrones, like when we started watching, if we've read the books, when did we get hooked.
So everyone knows mine.
Yes. Welcome.
I started watching, I can remember getting the DVDs of the first 2 seasons. So the first 2 seasons came out, I knew nothing about them. I was off in La La Land somewhere. So I binge watched the first couple of seasons, and then I was hooked and was watching them as they came out. And then we started filming these with you after season 6 ended. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Season
Correct.
6
Yeah.
ended.
Yeah.
We started filming with you.
But I came in there midway. Brian had
Yeah.
seen like seasons 1 through 4, and then we started dating.
We went back and watched them.
So we went back through, and he took me through the first. I had seen a couple episodes with an old friend, but only the first couple, and so we started back at the beginning and watched through, and then we got to experience probably 4 and 5 together.
I remember watching them on that little TV in your
I had a
apartment.
really tiny TV in my
tiny
loft.
TV.
But the best part of that was, I think we were finishing up probably season 4,
Oh.
and the internet in my loft went out for some reason, and we
Yeah.
had like 3 episodes left of season 4, and we were so like upset and engaged that we literally went and got a hotel down the street, and we took the dog with us because we just had Maya at the time, and we took the dog with us and watched, just paid $100 for a hotel room for the night just so we could finish season 4 Game of Thrones because we didn't have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
It was crazy.
That's how committed
that's
we were
commitment.
back then. Yeah, and that was a couple years ago. And then when we moved to Chicago, we started watching it with friends. Okay, so
I started. Well, we all know your story. I started during season 5. The first scene of Game of Thrones I ever saw was actually Jon Snow shooting the leader of the Northern Men. What is his name? The leader of the Northern Men, like while he's burning at the stake, and then Jon Snow shoots him with an arrow and kills him. That was
Mance Raider.
Yeah,
Mance Raider.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Jon Snow shooting Mance Raider and killing him, like as a mercy killing, was the first scene of Game of Thrones I ever saw. And then I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. So then I went back and I like binged the whole thing over just a couple of days. It was crazy. It was insane. I just spent the entire day just watching the show, and I was obsessed with it. And then I watched season 6 as it came out with my roommates, and then obviously we started Hogwarts Reacts and all that stuff. So, but yeah, that's my story.
Next, go.
that's the best. Okay.
That's really funny.
No, I was giving you another
That's a
one.
good one.
She doesn't like it anymore. She
Next
doesn't like people
question.
saying.
All right. Absolution says, "Is Hogwarts taking best friend applications because she's the greatest?"
Who said that?
Absolution, and the answer to that is no. Her queue is full. Thank you.
Thank you, Absolution.
She will be taking medium friend requests.
Please send
Not
me.
best, but just
Please
like
send me something.
average
in the PO
friends.
box. Please send me something in the PO.
We'll post the application on our Instagram. You can download it.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll do that. Thank you. These are my best friends, but you're awesome too.
Straight up.
Next question.
Okay, Jugular 12.
Jugular.
That's not what
That
it's
sounds violent.
It's Joggler 12 says, what thoughts were going through your head when you saw Tyrion's face get sliced?
Oh my god, I know some people gave me shit for like thinking Tyrion was dead, but Tyrion is a little man, okay? And also, if anybody watched season 1 of Game of Thrones, they stole Ned from us that way, so I feel like it was not that weird to think that Tyrion was gonna die. I mean, I get it, it's just a knife to the face, but he's also so little, and he was like blacking out and stuff, and I really thought that they were gonna kill him on me, and I really thought that they were gonna go to episode 10 of season 2 and just like be like, now everyone's crying over him, and this is him dying in his bed, and it's terrible, and he says all these witty, funny things, and then we lose him. And yeah, it was hard. Basically, that's all.
All right.
I have to say about that.
Cut, edit, next.
A lot of you asked questions about the paintings or the maps and the stuff in our house, and Jeremy is the biggest fan of the artwork in the house, so I'm gonna let him introduce it. A lot of the artwork was done by me, which would be this big painting over here, which we'll get to, and then some of the other paintings were done by my grandmother. So this painting here that you see, and you'll see in a lot of the more recent seasons because it's new, is one that Brian and I are working on. It's really actually super big. I don't know if you can see how big it is, but this is a painting that we are working on. That is our living room painting that has like all kinds of texture. I'll put some pictures in here. But we are actually also using this as our map cover up because Brian loves having the map on the wall while we film. So you want to help him get it down so they can see that it's behind there. We're trying to find like a cooler Westeros map to like leave up as art. But underneath the painting worked out really well for our Game of Thrones map that we used to not only help Hannah, but help all of us. Which is really messy, and we can do a longer video on specific pieces of art later. But this is just a wall in my studio of pieces that are being worked on. So Jeremy, please tell us about the art here.
Okay, this is the best wall ever, first of all. If you think your wall is better, it's not. This is the best one. And then you got a giraffe here. Looks awesome. The colors look amazing. I love that one. Both of Hannah's loves giraffes, so obviously that one's here. Got a lion right there, very Lannister-y, very cool. We got, this is kind of like a watercolory looking one. A lot of colors in there. Again, the details are so incredible in this type of art. It's really amazing. You got one up here that has a lot of bold colors, very dark purple. I love that one too.
They're mad because I've already sold that one and they wanted it in their house.
It.
Oh, these two are two of my favorites actually. They remind me kind of like the galaxy or the solar system. The processing is incredible. Like she pours the resin on it, it just kind of like happens, but she kind of guides it and adds little details and stuff. But I also love I love this one. Well, no, I like that one too, but this is one of my favorites for sure.
These are resin tabletops, actually, that will have feet.
I touched it. I touched it. It's not bad. Did I ruin it?
Yes.
Can I have it? Oh, this
And resin.
tabletop right here, it's kind of blending into the rest of them, but this was done with hair color. So if you can see that,
And she's gonna layer them.
and she's gonna layer them.
Hannah and Jeremy are my biggest fans and my cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I think that wraps up all of our questions for season 2 Q&A. Thank you so much. We had so many questions. Hopefully this isn't like the world's longest video, but
Hopefully.
you know, if it is, you guys will watch it or you won't.
That's right.
And we love you if you stay till the end. 3 gold stars for you. You guys,
points for Gryffindor.
and Hufflepuff. You guys have the best questions, honestly. The most
Yeah.
intellectual, the funniest.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a good range.
Yeah, you guys are really
great.
awesome.
Yeah. Quick recap of all the things we are asking you in this Q&A. Let us know what country and city you are from, whether you're here in the US with us or you are elsewhere. We have so many international subscribers, and that's pretty amazing to us. So let us know where you're from. We'd love to put it up on a big subscriber map. Send us a postcard, a photo of your city, anything like that, and we'd love to like make a big wall of all of our international and national subscribers. So don't forget to do that in the comments below. Yeah. Again, I don't know if we say it enough, but we love our subscribers. You guys are so wonderful. We have so much fun getting to interact with you guys, and hopefully, hopefully you feel like you get to interact with that. I can't get a sentence out. I can't get a sentence out with these 3. God! Wrap it up! Alright guys, we're just gonna say goodbye. We still don't have an outro line yet, so we love you.
We love you so much.
Next. Cut. Edit. Next.
Woo!
Toodaloo.
Adios!
Fuck, I was gonna say adios.
Goodbye.
I have to get back to editing.
Alright guys.
That was our best one, guys.